Hi everyone, Anna's here and I want to welcome everyone to our weekly money date. We need to allow time for ourselves to check in with our own finances. Money is very, very personal, and if you don't allow time, how are you going to know where things are? Now, my thoughts for today's conversation are centered around open enrollment. We're just beginning the month of October, and many of you are probably thinking that or going to be getting notifications from your employers about their open enrollment season starting in sometime in the middle of October, November, most typical timeline. Also, something else is happening towards the end of the year is for those of you who have to buy health insurance on your own, there's going to be an open enrollment season for changing your health insurance plan. So I kind of wanted to point out a couple of things today for you just to be on the lookout. And it's very funny, I had a meeting today with a client who works for Facebook, an awesome organization, because they offer a ton of great benefits. Like, this is probably by far the most blown up, robust kind of benefit package I have ever looked at. Do you know what's the sad part about this client? Or it's not a sad anymore because she and I had discussion and she's gonna fix it. But she has not taken advantage of all the things that are offered to her in her benefit package. So if you are one of those employees, I urge you to take a look at what your employer is offering. When you get to be in my shoes and you have to run a company, right? Maybe that's not your goal, but if you ever do, it is so difficult to put together benefits to offer to your employees because of the cost, because of the scale. If you have a small number of employees or small firm, it's tough. These things are expensive. So if you work for an employer that offers awesome things and perks to you, and it's frankly not even perks, it is part of your compensation. So take advantage of it, my friends, okay? So I've got a list of a couple things to discuss with you, but the big question is, have you looked at what you have? Are there going to be any changes in your benefits? So think about things that are on the top, should be at the top of the list for you. How is your disability coverage? Are you paying, do you have an option to pay for your disability coverage with after-tax dollars? Because if you do have that option, right, there's either pre-tax dollars or after-tax dollars. Most of you would probably opt out for with pre-tax dollars because we have this notion that it helps reduce your taxable income. But you're not paying a whole lot of premium for disability benefits, and you're much better off to have your premiums be paid after taxes, because if you ever need to claim your benefits, they're going to be received tax-free. And you save a lot more money by not having to pay taxes on those benefits received. So those are just like little small intricate details, but at the very least you have a disability coverage that you can utilize or you need to sign up. How about life insurance, right? This is a big subject for everybody too. Do you have life insurance that's provided to you by your employer? How much is it? Can you get more? And what is the cost, right? So compare those variables and shop elsewhere. Can you get a policy on your own? Will it cost you less? This is your opportunity, because if you get to make changes once a year, be prepared to make those changes. How about HSA, Health Savings Account, and FSA? Those two accounts allow you to put pre-tax dollars in order to pay for your medical expenses. So if you're thinking about, and this goes hand in hand with health insurance plan, if you're thinking about looking at what plans are available, maybe there's a plan that has a high deductible for you that should probably be accompanied by health savings account, or maybe you have flexible spending account for healthcare that allows you to pay for some of these out-of-pocket expenses. Compare these options side by side. Does it make sense to have a high deductible plan to include with your HSA option, or are you better off not to have any of this and just go for the one that maybe has a little higher premium, right? Because there's ways you can keep the cost down by selecting these options. So think about that, right? What is it going to do and how is it going to impact your bottom line? And then, last but not least would be, what other perks or benefits are being offered to you? I mean, right now, all I can see in my mind is that awesome benefit package for a Facebook employee, but let's face it, not everybody works for Facebook, or not everybody is here in the Silicon Valley, right? So things like legal plans, do you get an option to a legal plan? Because many of our clients don't really have legal documents put together in place, and I'm talking about estate planning related stuff like a will, a trust, a durable power of attorney, or a power of attorney for financial matters, a healthcare directive. So those would be really necessary and helpful to include in your overall financial plan. And they're costly to do, right? You have to hire an attorney. If you have a benefit through your work, how can you actually utilize it? So think about that. Obviously, everybody knows if they get vacation days, sick days, and things like that. What about, this is one that I think is also often missed, are you contributing enough to your employee's retirement plan to get a match? And so a lot of employees offer a matching contributions if you save to up to a certain amount. What is that amount for you? And are you meeting at least those standards? If you're maximizing your contributions, that's awesome. But if you're not, maybe you need to up your contributions for 2020 in order to do that. So I hope some of these things are going to juggle some of your thoughts. And if you have questions, let me know. I want to make sure that you take advantage of this. And I'll be talking about all the different things around open enrollment for the rest of the month, because we're just starting to get into the season. So let's set the ground up for 2020 to be a successful one. And if you've made choices or incorrect choices or mistakes in the past, this is your opportunity to correct. Now, also something as a reminder for you, take a look at where you stand as far as your expenses. Take a look at where you stand as far as your income, and are you tracking for your financial goals? Because that's what you should be doing when you actually really truly dating your money. I will see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.